Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you see my screen? Can you see it? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that when you guys all seen this picture as cover art, you said, oh shit. The master of symbolism is back. It's right here, some symbolism for your ass. I ain't gonna hold you. False. So what we have here is the art for Kendrick's new track. I don't know what it's called. It really don't even matter, honestly. But the implication and when so I'm sorry if you're not from the culture, and trust me, I'm what the culture always been feeling. I'm gonna go ahead and fill you in on what this is supposed to mean. This is supposed to be a metaphor for disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's tapping into the older Dodge, one of those. You know what I mean? A black Air Force energy. And that term in and of itself comes from a meme that you guys may not have seen from back in the day, but it was a dude with a do-rag on in mid-swing with the Air Forces, and the meme said something to the effect of, if you see a nigga with these sneakers on, he could fight. Or if you see a ninja with these sneakers on, it's going to be a problem. And then, if you was outside back in the 90s or early 2000s, there was always that kid. And only the worst kids had black Air Forces because their mamas had to get them sneakers that wasn't going to get too dirty too quickly. All right, need some Johns that's going to last. That's what you need. For the most part, you only buy kids dark sneakers, especially if they need to last. You know, my son a darker pair of white sneakers out like a white girl. You ever seen white girl sneakers? I don't know what that's about or where that come from. I've never actually. It would look weird actually if I seen a white girl wearing a clean, like fresh pair of white sneakers. But anywho, so I'm only doing this video because I feel like it's just really interesting. The reactions I get when I do these videos. But I'm gonna go ahead and speak on the track a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and reshare my screen, and I want to go through the comments. So of course I can't actually play the audio and everything, and I want to read a few of these comments. That man in a different lifetime, he keeps coming back to warn us. The Lamar of the rap game is like the Lamar on BMF. It's scary for these rappers out here. Somebody writes, get up. I don't get it. The equivalent of the people's elbow. What else we got? This shit hard, no Diddy. This is what the culture has truly been needing. No round twos, gang. Let's go ahead and explore that real quick. So, anyone who saw Kendrick's commercial for the Super Bowl, because he's going to be performed at the Super Bowl, he makes it a point to say no round twos. Since when in the history of niggas being tough has it been cool to say, yeah, I beat you this time, but I'm not going to beat you again? You know, like we ain't going to fight. So that'd be the same as if, again, me and somebody fight, we get into it, and people may feel as though you got the best of the other person or vice versa, right? In what world, right? Well, let's say it's me. Let's say Let's say I get into a scuffle, right? And hold on. If you're not new to my channel, you know what that means. I'm making burgers, baby. We may be as big as the Super Bowl, but ain't none of y'all bigger than making these burgers. Y'all hold on a second. My bad, y'all. The burgers are secure. Relax. I know you guys was worried about that. It's all good though. But hold on though. I was raised by some good people. Had a good grandma that make the best macaroni salad you ever had. That potato salad, she a double, triple threat with the cornbread and all of that. I had a granddaddy that had old rusty revolvers in the basement. First time I blew my eardrums out because I squeezed the hammer. Luckily, it wasn't loaded. We had a boxing bag in the basement. Real manly shit. We had a front yard Fried chicken was made in the house. We even had church in the house. So, oh my God, where my man? This is 6 Paps Commandments. 6 Paps Dice here. Mr. Lane, if you need me. How y'all doing? But now, anyway, man, so we get into this whole Kendrick track. All right, so let me try to think, what can I say about it? I think, again, it's really interesting to see how this whole situation has turned you guys into a bunch of bullies and pretty, for the most part, showed me like how much you guys are willing to compromise your humanity and your integrity for the sake of trying to bully someone else into thinking like you. I don't know, maybe because I'm a black guy, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that black men are known for having low self-esteem and being easily swayed by things, right? But I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those. So I guess the first point I'm gonna address is how this song and this music that this man. So I'm like, damn. So if someone makes you act in a really negative way and kind of seemingly brings out the worst in you, isn't that kind of like demonic energy? Because I ain't gonna lie, the Not Like Us record, that really kind of sound like, yo, he finally kind of released the demon. You know what I'm saying? But not in a way of like, oh, you're channeling the necessary efforts to win. This seemed more like, yo, he sold his soul for this record. Because the reality is this: when you a GOAT, first of all, that's not how music works. You can't tell me that music is good based off the content and the content alone, and that I shouldn't really be critical of other parts of the track. So I know I read a few of those comments and whatnot, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all are some serious meat glazers, and y'all all look freaking crazy. All right, don't get me wrong. We all know Kendrick is a good rapper, but the thing is this: if you have a mindset when it comes to your customer and the people who support what you do and they patronize your business, you can never have the mindset of, well, okay, let's say if I run a burger joint, right? Yeah, to a certain degree, if the food is really good, people are still going to come. Okay, it's granted, right? But does that mean that it's okay for us to have terrible customer service? Does that mean it's okay for the customer to be able to have to see not one but two big old roaches, like long roaches, strong looking roaches that look like they can spread their wings, hop like cocoons? Is that okay? Is bad customer service okay? Is it okay for the place to stink? All because you have good food? No, it all got to match. And you know what? In this moment, I realize why y'all like Kendrick so much and why y'all giving K-Dot so much credit. It's because, again, you relate to that bullshit. You know what? He is the culture. He's the most trash part of the culture. I'm gonna say it for this reason. Kendrick's music is a lot like black business for the most part. For think about black businesses, it's a lot. If you're black, right? Again, a lot of us. I heard Angry Man make this point. A lot of us are it's ingrained in us to care about or look out for other black people, no matter what. Just for the fact that they black. It's one of the reasons why people are arguing so much about this Kamala Harris and Trump election and whatnot, especially black folks. This person never told you they was black. But anywho, but going back to my metaphor about how like you're a black business because a part of patronizing the black business is that it is your willingness to want to support because you're already coming in saying, you know what, you're black, I'm black, I want to do something good for our people. And in our minds, we feel like I'm doing something good for our people. I'm helping out with the economics that involve our people, which is not a bad thing. But you cannot choose to give money to or invest in or buy into something that is of subpar quality. But one of the worst things I think might have happened for black people, not the worst things, but in terms of like how we see economics is the support black business claim or plea. Support a black, this is black owned. Yes, it's great that it's black owned, but it being black owned should be a detail, not what defines the entire thing. Okay, you're black owned. What else? All right, because it gets to where it's like, all right, well, don't get me wrong. Other businesses can do that, but also if it just makes more sense to do business in a way that anyone could come and see establishment and want to come back. But people, the endearment that people have towards Kendrick, a part of it is that it's your willingness. You're already kind of coming into it with the mindset of just basically that, that he's. I'm not really sure why you think he's so smart. Matter of fact, we can't, like, first of all, Kendrick don't even do interviews. Like, you gotta realize you don't really know him at all. Like, you don't know Kendrick. And again, I'm really a K-Dot fan. I'm just kind of exploring the whole conversation in terms of how people talk about Kendrick, right? Anyway, but going back to that song, when you are a GOAT, because another thing too, we consider Kendrick one of the GOATs. So it's Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. Well, if we ain't heard you in a minute, we need a banger. This is not a banger, okay? I think I had somebody write in my other comment section that this song was not this. It wasn't meant to be for the club and for a party. This is his therapy. I don't give a fuck about his therapy. Hip hop didn't start that way. Now, when this rhyming shit was new, you understand me? When the rhyming shit was new, yes, it was easier to make a joint that was dope. But even back in the day, even going back to the hip hop, you know what I'm saying, like, even back then, that was a bop. It started from the party. It's not so much about having a formal party, but all hip hop tracks gotta have movement. You're not going to convince me. First of all, you didn't like Dan because he was rapping like this. You like Dan because those were good ass records. Him on Loyalty with Rihanna, it's a good ass record. DNA, Element, awesome records, and because they had movement to them, they felt like something. You're not going to convince me, because he's bare. Like, nigga, we don't know what your soul is. Yeah, act like this nigga's giving you so much more than he actually is. And a part of it is, again, because you're not approaching his material and what he makes from a critical standpoint. You're not looking to critique it. You're looking at him as a friend. And with your friends, we have a rapport. Nothing wrong with that. But just say that. The fact that y'all sitting here trying to make this shit more than what it is nasty. It's not a painting, it's a hip-hop song. What you're referring to would be how something ages. It's dope if something ages and you heard it the first time and thought it was pretty cool, thought it was dope, and then you keep listening to it and find the new jewels. No, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But you're not going to tell me that you heard this song and said, oh my God, I love this. No, stop it. I was watching the Angry Man show. This guy called in. I wanted to share it, but I don't have the clip ready. And he was like, yo, like, bro, we don't want to hear your Lauryn Hill raps. And I'm like, you know what? At first, when they was calling him the Lauryn Hill of hip hop, I was like, I thought about it more and more. You know what? You are kind of Lauryn Hill of hip hop. You in terms of just how much credit you get for not doing that much. You know what I'm saying? Because again, after Good Kid, Mad City gets to, I mean, if I think about the ratio of songs that are actually good, you know what I'm saying, versus like to Pimp a Butterfly, is like, not that he had whack songs on there, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? If these walls could talk, it's like, it's all right, okay, that's cool, all right. But you didn't feel that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the joints of that song is on, it's like 15, 20 tracks. All Right, King Kunta, Wesley's Theory. That's 4. Damn, 4. Hold on, before you get another one. So it was 4. It was 4 songs on there that was real good. That was only 4? Damn, son, 4. But anywho, but you get where I'm going with it, right? And even then, in my mind, I wasn't even thinking like, yo, this is whack. No, actually, I'm lying. And this is a long time ago now. I remember thinking like, I thought it would be more songs on there that I could vibe to and really enjoy. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, again, that's another thing too. And no other genre do people try to give credit to a piece of music that it's not like actually enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the songs he made during the beef, they're not enjoyable. 616 is not enjoyable. Meet the Grams is not enjoyable. It's actually weird. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, when I hear this shit, because again, I pay attention to tone and stuff like that. On this track, he just sounds like, it's like this angry short nigga rapping. Why you sound so? Why does it always sound furious? I'm trying to tell you, yo, bro, he an angry nigga, man. No, but next point I'm gonna get into is you people coming to my channel. Let me tell you something too. I'm gonna make these things every day. I didn't really have time to really think about a subject, but I just wanted to start this. So I'm gonna do a Drake and K Dot video almost every day. I'm gonna do at least 3 or 4 times a week. Cause I'm like, you know what? I get the most engagement from doing these videos. So I'm going to keep on doing it. So we'll point this out. Drake is on fire. Sorry. SOD, it's my shit. All right, the circadian rhythm, no face. What else he got out? And I'm saying the features and whatnot. Yo, these things mean something. But in general, what people got to realize is that once you perform at a high level, people get used to that high level because they just get used to it, and they don't think much about like what it takes to stay at that level, right? The fact that right after that Drake put on them goddamn bangers. I'm sorry, he got It's Up. What else he had? The Lotto John, the feature on the Sexy Red John, get a few other little like club records and whatnot. Like, I'm like, Drake been working. And more than ever, I'm like, you know what, really realize that, if you're working hard, you can't be doing it, especially if you're a black man, you can't be doing it with the expectation that people are going to acknowledge your work and appreciate what you're doing. All right. Again, people are the most unappreciative to the men who give the most. Calling Drake a culture vulture is freaking crazy when, again, the family tree that man has is crazy. All right. You got to realize when somebody puts someone on, right? So, for example, let's think one of the greatest examples is Jay, in terms of someone who would get on your song and you really can start a career off that feature, right? The Rockefeller family tree, just from there alone, how it goes to Murder Inc. All these different crews, these different people, all these different careers. And I'm saying Kanye West came from that camp, Memphis Bleak, State Property, Rockaway, all this different stuff and different talent, and different people and whatnot. But not only that, but I'm just saying, Jay was able to get on your song, and again, you was out of here. Not many people can do that and still be able to do it years and years later. Drake can still get you out of here. Drake been giving a stimulus package for how long? So when that happens, Drake arguably put on. He was the reason you get the hit scissor. Because TDE would have never really taken off if it wasn't for Drake taking Kendrick on tour and put him on his album and being on his album. All right. Kendrick was a struggling rapper before that shit happened. All right. Because I'm like, don't take for granted that after that he was out of here. After that, he was out of here. And since then, every time he needed to get hot, he got to mention Drake. Or he has to make it seem as though he's taking a shot at Drake, which is fine. But it also means that obviously he's the guy. And he's still the guy. Because if he wasn't still the guy, why would he need to diss him? If he wasn't the guy, why would Kendrick need to respond? If he wasn't the guy, this wouldn't be interesting. Because if this was Big Sean versus Kendrick, y'all wouldn't be talking like this. You wouldn't have no strong opinion. To the point where y'all motherfuckers really think that you can come to my channel and tell me how to think. Let me tell you something. Don't none of y'all tell me how to think. You don't tell no man how to think. Your lack of respect for men is what brings you here to act stupid. Right? But then at the end of the day, have a great weekend. I want you all to accomplish whatever you set out to accomplish. Thank you for coming to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. We are out. I'll be back tomorrow with another Kendrick and Drake video. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all, man. Be safe. Peace. Love y'all.